Welcome to another week, Leaf Review. This week, I picked the cigar. These guys, no idea.
Blind.
No idea what I picked. We got,
blind.
Yeah, blind. Yeah, might be afterwards. You don't know what the cigar is yet. Got a nice full-bodied cigar here. Good complexity. Let's dive into these bad boys. Talk some notes here. Take some notes. Take some notes. Talk some notes. Here, I'll take two.
Wait, where's mine?
Yeah, you don't get one this week. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
That's a very pleasant scent.
I guess if you figure it out, we probably shouldn't divulge that quite yet.
No, we're not gonna.
Well, I think we should take guesses all the way through, and then you can go, yup.
You get one guess, and if you're
Don't
wrong,
do it until the end.
You get one guess.
Okay, now we gotta start it up. No, I'm just
if you're wrong, you have to leave. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
So
last man standing, me.
Yeah.
Well, obviously it's a Maduro.
It is a Maduro.
Yeah. But we won't give out the name until
Well, a
the
raisiny.
latter part, because we want to keep the crowd guessing too with us.
Well, sweetness.
Some spice when you first give her a cut and open that up. Ooh, stings the nostrils.
Love that cut. We got, let's spark these bad boys up, get into, I got a couple new accessories here that I'm using this week that we can dive into here. I'd like to talk about a little bit.
That cold draw is,
oh, it's fantastic. I didn't actually do that because I'm a moron, but
I can taste the raisins in it.
I thought you said you could taste the moron.
Fig.
Figs, yeah, I do taste that. It's like a mild fig Newton.
You get that classic tobacco's flavor. You know what I mean? It's just that classic Turkish blend.
Oh my God, you got it. It's from Turkey.
Turkish stick. So what are you rolling with there, kiddo?
Apparently I'm
I
not
guess you
lighting my
forgot your
cigar.
lighter again.
No.
Sad.
Here, you can
This is a
see if this
thing.
one works for you.
It's a thing.
Alright, so you know, you used Lotus, Jaws, V-Cut again.
Yeah.
I went with Zycar, VX2, my own personal one, obviously.
Classic.
It looks,
Can't
looks like
see
it's
it,
been
but it's been
beat up.
it's been through some life here. It's
Been a good one.
but it still cuts like a champ. I mean, that's you can't do much better than that.
This Zycar's cool.
But you know, an action too. I sit here and do it. I sit here. I talk
You
with
just play
cigar.
with it.
Talk, yeah, play with it. I mean, I sit here and I do this here.
That's got some.
Then real quick, I chose Zycar 2 balloon double, nice double torch. Actually got this last year at the IPCPR. Zycar was gave everybody lighter, and then I had to pack it deep in my suitcase to bring it back since they don't allow you to travel with cigar lighters. But
I do like on this one how it has the doors on it, and when you push the button, they open, as opposed to one that you manually have to open.
Flip it.
I do like that, and a nice cover protecting your
It's
element.
like a lazy man cigar lighter.
Cigar lighter.
Yeah, it's like a lazy man, just push button to go.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't pick the bright yellow. It's not really my style, but
I don't know. The yellow probably looks good.
flashy, you know. It's like I drive a bright yellow car.
But you're not gonna.
So Seth, you
attention
got water today again, and I mean that's your go-to. You got some water, Alex, but you got some coffee drink there.
Yeah, let me touch this up here. Apparently, I can't do this. It's my first time. I'm sorry.
I remember my first beer.
I didn't have a beer.
Well, all right. I remember my first cigar.
Not old enough. Yeah,
Yeah,
so I got water.
Like the movie Jack. You look older than you are.
I thought you said nobody was Special Jack.
Simple Jack.
Simple. Nobody goes simple. Full Simple Jack.
You choking over there on your own cigar? You're not even fully
Ooh,
lit.
that's peppery.
That's getting there, huh?
That opened up with a bang.
Kind of
For
problem
me,
here.
anyway.
I didn't get the pepper. I got a very, like that raisin, that fig, like a very earthy and tobacco all mixed
see
together.
if that evens out for me. It should. No, so got the water, of course, got to have it. This week I went La Colombe Coffee. They make these awesome cold coffees. Buy them pretty much damn near anywhere at this point. I buy them at Meijer, Walmart, local co-op. This is the mocha because I know what the cigar is. I think it's going to go really well. Chocolate notes going on. I think complement really nice. But fantastic drink.
And
You know, La Colombe, you want to sponsor me? I'm more than happy because I buy most of the grocery stores out of this stuff. So
next thing you know, you got a stack of cans behind you. And
I
Is he
could
wearing
take
a shirt, a hat, blatant product placement?
if in a
comes in
month,
dressed as a can.
yeah, if in a month you see me wearing a bunch of their logos, then you know what happened.
So me and Adam here, we went with black coffee, but we poured in some grind.
Yeah, it's a rum-based espresso liqueur. Adds a little sweetness, a little coffee flavor. It's good.
It
It's
smells awesome.
That's
It's good. It really
Arabica,
smells good.
espresso, and Caribbean rum. It's been a cup of black coffee. It's I don't want anything else. First of all, I like my coffee just black, but that's the only thing I'll put in there.
This doesn't do a lot of. It's got a little bit of sweetness to it,
Mhm.
and
It just tones it down a little.
Mm-hmm.
Cuts the because it adds that coffee flavor to it. So you know what I mean. It doesn't really. You don't notice like if you put a Bailey's in it or anything that is cream
that
based.
changes the flavor.
This
entirely.
doesn't change the flavor of the coffee. In fact, it enhances
Yeah, it's a
it,
compliment.
and it does add a little sweetness. So it's like you added a couple packs of sugar and maybe a 2 in espresso. It's good, good drink.
It's really good. I like it.
As always, coffee goes great with cigars.
little Cubano.
Cubano.
So what do we think here? First impressions here. I want to hear. See if I made a good pick here. It's terrible, right?
It wasn't as full body as I expected.
No, as I said, this is more. It is. It's a Maduro wrapper, but I wanted to pick something. I found a little complexity, a lot of flavor going on, but it's in that medium plus realm. I didn't go full bore. You know, full bodied. You know, super strong. But I think this is definitely, you know, for the beginner. I think this is something you can have, you know, after a nice dinner or something if you're a little newer to cigars. But you know, it's definitely it's full, but it's not like super full.
Yeah, I got a lot of pepper up front.
It's definitely got some little. As I said, I mean, I've had the cigar many a time, and a little cocoa, I think.
It has a light. Maybe it's the cocoa. It's a light sweetness. There's a little creaminess in there, but I think that's kind of toned down with that dried fruit flavor. But there's definitely like a creamy mouthfeel to it. Maybe, you know. I mean, it's
soft and easy.
It's elegant.
Yeah.
You know.
Chocolate graham cracker.
Mm-hmm.
I get the chocolatey and the cocoa, and when I do it with the coffee, I get a little bit of a caramel.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think of
I'm with you.
caramel.
But there's a perfume to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, it's because there's the nuance of that burnt caramel, but there's none of that sugarness to it,
Oh.
and there is a sweetness, but it's a real faint sweetness that kind of gets into that, and there's a perfuminess to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's I can't put my
Mostly
finger
on the retro.
Yeah, for sure on
Yeah.
the retro.
Well, the aroma just on the smoke is can't really get it that way.
Oh, these things are smoking phenomenal right now. The
a
draw is
little
great.
trouble in mine. Got a little run, but I think it'll leave
I
it.
think
That's
that's
easier.
in the operator.
Oh
But-
my God! Here we go.
The draw is great.
I'm getting some sort of nut on there.
How many nuts have you had in your life? You're like you know.
Currently, just 3.
When I was in Spain in 1974, I had a specific nut that was grown in the what I don't know.
Almost kind of that I'm getting that creaminess and whatever, almost kind of macadamia-ish.
I could see that one actually.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
that nut, creamy,
It's one of those things
not a
that-
cashew,
yeah,
not
everybody's
that,
having those things.
not that bright, but more of that soft, a toastiness to it. It's good smoke.
Draw is fantastic.
Yeah, it's burning.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Ash is nice and light so far.
Nice wrap too. Whoever did this, they did a nice job.
I mean, it's again. I think we talked about it. I don't remember which the done toothy on this wrapper a little bit. It's smooth, but it's got some roughness.
Yep.
Then
almost velvety kind of
the thing
look
about,
to it.
The thing like about this too is it's got a really nice cap. Like, I don't even look at that. It's
Is that a triple?
at least
Yeah, it is a triple.
At least because it cuts perfect every time.
You always know you get a good smoke when there's a triple cap. You know, when they care that much to go that extra step.
Yeah.
Double.
You
Sufficient.
could have slapped one on there and be call it a day, but it's gonna fall right off. What did you do?
crack.
Split it?
Mine just blew up. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh well.
Hopefully it's just the wrap that popped.
It's like we talked about earlier. We're dealing with the in-between seasons right now.
It's very hard to keep that humidity.
It is
right.
the bane of my existence.
It's
in humidor.
It's crazy because we go from earlier this week or last week we had 2 days of just hot, humid, moist weather, and then it cools down. Still humid but cooler. So you're dealing with those temperature fluctuations and the moisture levels are just going crazy.
Yeah, with like like the walk-in humidor, like every season it seems I gotta adjust that.
Yeah, fall.
Even at home, I mean the humidor at home. I mean.
I jumped up 10%. I was
Yeah,
at 70 solid, and then it went to 80.
But then you get to the winter time, you start cranking heat in the house, and you gotta change it again.
You can't put enough water in your humidor.
No, it's impossible.
And in here too, I mean, we keep the humidor pretty on point, but the extreme change in humidity coming from there out here is enough to blow a stick
Some of the
up.
more brittle, like this actually is a pretty brittle wrapper. Like, he's got it split. It is brittle, especially with the extreme
Let's see it.
changes.
It's just
Pretty
a
good
little.
one.
It's just
It's
a little.
but it,
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's see
once
it
you get
just
to
a
it, it
touch.
might change a little bit, but
So far, everything looks good.
still
on this.
drawn well though.
I will tell you, I like this size. It's
yeah,
perfect.
this is a Robusto.
Perfect, to hold in your hand. It's not too small. It's good. And I kind of like the symmetry of that shape too. It's just that perfect straight. Whoop, just a cap.
I don't know. I feel like I should wait a little longer. I want to hear some guesses.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I would.
We'll keep it going.
definitely-
I'm
This is.
It's a little
So
too
we wait
early
till
yet,
the
though. I
end.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to cut it short. Come on now.
Hopefully it'll develop and change as we go. And
Figure it out. All right.
Yeah, this is what it is. We're done. All right.
quick
See ya.
guys.
this week.
Next cigar.
Yeah. Moving on.
I think Cliff sobered up. We can call him back.
Yeah. Right. This is a good point. Can't wait to have some guests here. I have a couple
Mine's.
at some point.
I got the perfect white ash on it. Like it's
No,
just.
they always are.
Right, I'm getting
Right.
a perfect blend of all those flavors right now. I'm getting big cocoa right now. I really, it's just crushing.
I don't know. I think the other thing we really need to talk about, and I think we're all going to have to go, other than Seth, because he had the first episode, and I think we need to go to Coffee Hawks Anonymous, because I'm pretty sure at least one of us has had coffee.
I've had
every
coffee,
single time.
except for last time I have not had coffee.
I did the
I meant to grab one.
I did the Perry cider, the pear cider,
Oh, that's right.
the first time.
But I think you
With
did
the
that.
Connecticut.
He
I
did
did
coffee. Then
Yeah,
you
I
did
did.
coffee. And
I
he
did
did something
water.
else.
Well,
I
I was
did
gonna
water.
mix this, and I saw that Maduro, and I was gonna go a little bamboo, but I really wanted to give this a fair shake,
Yeah, I don't know about that bamboo. I think
and
it
I
could
didn't
go
want
well,
to. I didn't want to. You know what I mean? Influence my taste buds
Yeah.
on this too much. This, is enough. I mean,
Yeah.
this is gonna draw out flavors, hide
Well,
flavors,
and you got
whatever.
the little splash of grind in there too.
Yeah,
It just tastes like a nice cocoa covered
it's good.
nut of some. I can't even pinpoint the nut.
A chocolate, a cocoa powdered macadamia nut, but like with a little white chocolate in there. You know what I mean? Like that creaminess to it or something. I don't know. It's good.
I don't know. He started saying that, and all I can think is like a chocolate cookie with like white
Or
chocolate
sometimes
macadamia
I'll,
nuts. Now I'm just hungry, but
Well,
Guess what I'm doing when I go home?
It's a great smoke.
What it kind of reminds me of the cocoa-covered almonds that I get once in a while. Just nice, heavy cocoa.
Where in the world?
Nothing too sweet.
Chocolate-covered almonds?
Cocoa-covered.
It's like a dusty
Yeah.
almond.
I don't think I've ever had that before.
Yeah, they.
It's good.
Yeah, they'll do like a Jordan almond. They'll dust them with cocoa. It's
Is it
fantastic.
going to change my life? Am I going to be like an addict?
Yeah, well, if you do like charcuterie and cheese, it's pretty amazing.
Soon we'll see you hugging trees and weird stuff.
I already do that. Trees are so important, Dan.
I mean,
We need more trees, less assholes.
Well, 4 of us need to go. We need to plant 4 trees then.
oh man, that coffee just gives it, really enhances that cocoa.
This thing is burning like crazy.
I think I evened out. Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Mine got off to a funky light though.
That's why we don't let you
Yeah.
have the light.
Use rare.
Yeah, just like yours.
Mine's fine now.
Now.
I haven't touched it up yet at all.
Really? You're gonna hold it up again?
Yeah.
Damn,
Damn,
man.
I was waiting to
Be a
see.
man and set it
Pick
down.
me out.
I was gonna see who could catch that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
This is one of those cigars I bet you could. I don't know about mine. It's kind of got a crack in it, but you could get a pretty solid ash going on.
How do you hold that? You try that again. How do you hold it?
You're gonna hold it
You know,
for
I
me.
hold them every different way. I hold them cigar style, cigarette style. I do, you know, I hold them every which way, depending on the length for sure. But, you know, I don't think there's you know, one way that I do it all the time. There just isn't.
No, I mean there is, you know, there's a lot of things, articles, things published out there about, you know, how you hold a cigar and what it says about you, and it's really about everything about cigars is about you. What's comfortable? Hold it like a cigarette. Hold it, you know, in your palm. Hold whatever you want to do. Just
It's all personal.
yeah. I think you can do the
The coffee really enhances that cocoa.
Yeah, it's just it's a good blend. I think it brings out some of that a lot of that nutty creaminess too.
Well, as soon as we figure out what this is, you guys can enjoy it with a cup of coffee.
I don't even know
Kind
either.
of chalky.
Chalky.
Yeah.
Just go in there blind.
You said to do it blind. I went in.
Nah, this one looks alright.
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, it could be above my eyesight. I don't know what it is.
Well, most things are above your eyesight.
Well, true.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do an episode where we're all standing.
Do you ever get that?
I would look like I'm sitting. It's the same
Who
thing.
brought their child?
But I am past the legal height for a booster seat, so I don't need to sit on a telephone book.
Can you go on roller coasters at the theme park?
Yes. Just
Barely.
like they have to pull out the actual measuring stick and be like, "Is this right? I don't know." This
Pull
might
out
be
the old
wrong."
yardstick.
Yeah, man, he looks shorter than that actually shows.
Yeah. Who brought their 12-year-old?
Little do they know that I'm actually wearing platform shoes.
They come flying off the roller coaster, kill a guy.
I've actually seen that, like the slow motion. Guy forgot his cell phone in his pocket. Went down.
Oh, I saw that.
roller coaster. And it just. It's like the Matrix effect. It was slow, and then I was actually on the roller coaster behind the guy. It was crazy. Because then the guy completely lost his cell phone. It was
I saw, of course, doing the random, we all do sit scrolling through Facebook, see a video, someone loses a cell phone, the guy in the front row, it's just like slow-mo, just grabs it out of the air, and everyone on the roller coaster is like, oh my god.
The problem is when I think of that, I think of the Windows reload. The guy passes out. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Oh, yeah.
That's the funniest video ever. But I have, years ago when Cedar Point came out with, I think it was the Raptor, the stand up or slightly stand up. Guy lost his sandal and flying off and hit somebody in the crowd.
Why would you wear sandals to a theme park to begin with?
I don't know.
Summer.
Yeah, you're going to be walking like 100 miles if you're going to do anything. It's like, I'm going to go to this one ride,
Standing.
and then go to this one ride, and I'm done.
It's so cocoa and nutty. That's all I'm getting from it now. That's all I even predominantly taste.
Well, I mean, I'll divulge a little bit. I'll ask you guys, what country do you think this comes from?
Nicaragua.
Mm-hmm.
Nicaragua.
You looking at my notes?
Nope.
No,
Look at my notes.
it's not heavy spice, pepper spice. It's more that mellow, a little bit of spice, a lot of full flavor, like a lot of the Nicaraguan cigars.
I'm getting more spice as it's building.
I got some off the front like Seth, but I think it's toned down a lot.
And
Mm-hmm.
mine did
No, it
tone down
a lot.
Mine did tone down, but now I'm starting to get more of it.
Yeah, no, I'm still on this cocoa binge.
And we're going a week again. Who loses their ash first, and who loses it last?
I'm gonna go 3 for 3.
Be first.
Just ash.
First man down.
Just ash.
Drop in
see
the
you later.
ashtray.
You're gonna be naked by the time we're done.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Where'd this?
Well, he couldn't.
Yeah, the
run
first
the lighter,
episode.
he had to take
Yeah.
his shirt off.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, this is getting weird.
Yeah. Welcome.
We're leading up to
Yeah.
a special edition.
Yeah. The
For the ladies,
Yeah.
the special episode
Yeah.
for the ladies.
Got dressed up as a fireman.